dear students, let us start our 38th lesson and topic is the prepositions part 4. Today we will be discussing use of other prepositions and first we will start with of. Of is used with words like we say an advantage of or we say an disadvantage of. Similarly, we say a cause of this was this and this, or we say a photograph, a picture, a map, a plan, a drawing, etc. of dash dash dash. Then what we have to add here? Or we say similarly, that means with these words we say a photograph of this thing, a picture of this thing, a map of, it's a map of J&K, a plan of this thing, a drawing of what we have to say. Similarly, we say nice, kind, good, polite, generous, stupid, silly, etc. with these words of somebody. For example, it was so nice of you to help me. It was so kind of them to come. It was stupid of him to talk that way, or it was so silly of her to behave in such a way. So with these words also, when we say of somebody's of doing these things to do something, that time also with these words we use of. Similarly, we say afraid, frightened, terrified, scared. All of these means frightened of what you are. She is afraid of water, or they are scared of snakes, etc. Similarly, with words suspicious, critical, tolerant, we use also with them of, but after them. So suspicious of, critical of, tolerant of. Similarly, we say fond of, proud of, I'm proud of you, ashamed of, jealous of, envious of. So with these words also we use of and then we add the rest of the sentence. Or we say aware of or conscious of. Or similarly capable or incapable of. Capable of, he's capable of doing this thing, or he's incapable of this thing, that thing. Full of, yeah, or short of, typical of, tired of, he's tired of his day's hard work, certain or sure of, I'm certain or I'm sure of doing this thing, accuse or suspect somebody of something, approve of, with approve also we use of. Similarly, we say die when somebody's cause of death is an illness. That time we use of. He died of some disease. He died of cancer or he died of heart attack, etc. That means when the cause of death is an illness, that time we with word die we use of. Consist of. It consists of 3 chapters. It consists of a poem and a prose section. Take care of, and take care of, actually when we use of with take care, it means look after, like she took care of her mother during her illness. So take care of, it means look after. Then comes next preposition, that is with. We use with words a relationship with, a connection with, a contact with, somebody, something, etc. Fed up with, I am fed up with this thing, I am fed up with my job, I am bored with current situation. So with words fed up we use with bored we use with something. Impressed with, or you can also use by with word impressed. You can also use word by as well, with as well as by. So impressed with somebody, I'm impressed with her, or I'm impressed with your job or with your task. So impressed with or by somebody or something. Delighted with, pleased with satisfied with, disappointed with. So when these words are used, again we use with and then the rest of the sentence, what is that thing. And then angry with, annoyed again with, furious with somebody. I'm furious with him for doing this thing, for doing something, for doing anything. So with these words, when these words occur, we use with them with. Similarly, with crowded, we say crowded with people or crowded, etc. Or collide with, it collided with something. Fill something with, fill this jar or this jug with juice. Provide or supply somebody with, provide or supply, we say like provide him with this thing, or supply him or supply her with this thing. So with these words also we use with preposition is used with these words also. Next preposition is into. We use into with words go, into, get into, and that means, or etc., that means enter, or it can be enter, go into a room, get into a car, or get into a building, etc. We can use even in instead of into. For example, don't wait outside, come in the house. With word come we say in the house or come into the house. So you can use also in instead of into. Similarly, we also say break into, crash, drive, bump, run into, divide, cut, split something into two or more parts, etc. Similarly, we say translate a book or a page, etc., from one language into another. So from one language into, we use that time also into. The opposite of into is out of. For example, she got into the building. That means she entered the building. And she came out of the room. That means coming out of the room. So opposite of into is out of. Next position is from. We use from with word different from, or you can also say different to. For example, the film was different from what I expected, or the film was different to what I had expected. Or we say similarly suffer from an illness, etc. When somebody is going through an illness, that time we use actually suffer from an illness, etc. And similarly, we say protect somebody or something from, or you can say also with word that means with protect we use from. You can also use with word protect somebody or something against. Instead of from, you can also use against something. But from is also used with word protect when we say protect somebody from this thing or protect somebody against this thing. So this is for today. Thank you very much.